You think you're safe, don't you? You wake up to the same alarm, take the same commute, sit in the same ergonomic chair, and collect the same predictable paycheck. It's comfortable, it's secure, it's warm. But look closely at those daily routines. Touch the invisible bars surrounding your life. That isn't safety. It's a velvet prison. Every time you choose what is easy over what is necessary, you forge another steel bar. Every time you trade your grandest ambition for a guaranteed routine, you turn the key in the lock. The most dangerous place on earth isn't the chaotic unknown. It's the comfortable middle. It's the place where dreams go to die slowly, wrapped in a blanket of excuses. If you want an extraordinary life, you have to stop using your comfort to build your own cage. Walk into the unknown, because on the other side of that fear is everything you've ever wanted. Just ask Maya. At 29 years old, Maya was living the textbook definition of a good life. She had a mid-level corporate job at a logistics firm. Her desk was neat, her benefits were solid, and her parents were proud. But inside, Maya was starving. Every evening, she'd stare at her laptop screen, endlessly tweaking designs for a modular, sustainable backpack she'd invented. A sleek, durable pack made entirely from recycled ocean plastics designed for city commuters and weekend adventurers alike. She had the prototypes, the passion, and the plan. But every morning, fear whispered the same subtle lie. Not yet. Wait until you have more savings. Wait until the market is better. Stay safe. Then came a rainy Tuesday afternoon. Maya was sitting at a local diner, sipping cold coffee, when she noticed an elderly woman behind the counter. The woman moved with a sharp, magnetic energy, chatting with customers while effortlessly preparing meals. Maya struck up a conversation and learned the woman's name was Clara. Clara had opened this small diner 30 years ago with nothing more than two frying pans and an unwavering belief in her signature recipes. "Weren't you terrified of failing?" Maya asked, thinking of her own tucked-away designs. Clara paused, looking directly into Maya's eyes. "Honey, failure just means you tried and learned. What terrified me was waking up at 80 years old and realizing I built a quiet, comfortable cage out of my own fear and spent my whole life sitting inside it." Those words hit Maya like a physical blow. She went home that night, looked at her neat apartment, her stable routine, and saw it for what it truly was, a cage. The next morning, she didn't request a promotion. She handed in her 2-week notice. She had $300 in flexible savings set aside for this dream, a single prototype, and a terrifyingly open horizon. Maya didn't just want to sell bags. She wanted to solve a problem she lived every day. Metropolitan commuters were carrying awkward, ugly bags that tore easily or lacked smart organization. Active professionals were forced to carry two bags, one for work, one for the gym or outdoors. Maya's design solved both problems cleanly: water-resistant, ultra-durable, ergonomically balanced, and fitted with dedicated compartments for tech and active gear. Most importantly, it had a story. Every bag diverted 15 plastic bottles from ocean landfills. She didn't wait for a venture capital firm to hand her $1 million. She took her $300, bought high-grade recycled canvas remnants, and persuaded a retired local seamstress named Elena to help her stitch the first batch of 5 bags in Elena's cramped basement. With 5 physical bags in her hands, Maya faced the brutal reality of the real world: rejection. She spent weeks pounding the pavement. She walked into local boutique outdoor stores, eco-friendly lifestyle shops, and high-end commuter hubs. "No one pays this much for an unknown brand. Come back when you have a track record. We only stock established distributors." 72 rejections in a row. Her savings were draining. Doubt clawed at her mind. The voice of her comfortable old job whispered, "You can still apply back. They haven't filled your position yet." Instead of retreating, Maya doubled down. On a freezing Saturday morning, she set up a makeshift wooden display rack on a busy corner near a transit hub. She didn't just display the bags, she demonstrated them. She poured water over them to prove they were waterproof. She packed them full, wore them, and pitched her heart out to every passerby. By 2 p.m., a founder of a regional chain of eco-boutiques walked past, intrigued by her energy. He stopped, inspected the stitchwork, tested the zippers, and bought all 5 bags on the spot. Then he placed an order for 30 more. The cage door was officially broken. Growth, however, isn't a straight line up. It's a battlefield. When Maya expanded production to fill larger orders, chaos struck. Her second fabric supplier shipped a defective batch of material that shredded under tension. Halfway through fulfilling a major order for 200 units, her product failed quality testing. She lost thousands of dollars in materials, nearly everything she had made. Devastated, sitting on her living room floor, surrounded by torn fabric, she had two choices: surrender to defeat or treat it as tuition paid to the University of Experience. Maya chose to learn. She personally negotiated terms with a certified sustainable textile mill, restructured her quality assurance process, and took out a microloan to cover the lost inventory. She worked 18-hour days, cut the patterns herself, and personally inspected every single seam. She didn't break under pressure. She hardened like steel. 14 months after walking away from her safe desk job, Maya's reality looked unrecognizable. Her company, Vertipack, was no longer a basement operation. Her bags were featured in major outdoor lifestyle magazines and stocked in over 120 retail locations across the country. She wasn't just surviving, she was thriving. Her company crossed six figures in revenue, and she moved into her own dedicated design workshop and warehouse. Best of all, Maya remembered where she came from. She launched an apprenticeship program within her company, hiring women from underfunded communities, teaching them design, manufacturing, and supply chain management so they too could build their own economic independence. Look at your life right now. Are you building your empire, or are you decorating your cage? Comfort is a silent killer. It convinces you that tomorrow is guaranteed, that next year is soon enough, and that risk is your enemy. But the truth is, the greatest risk you will ever take is risking nothing at all. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop asking for permission to be great. Step out of the safe zone. Take the leap.